What if I told you that one of the most memorable cars in cinema history was literally named to tell you it sucks? And I mean that literally. The car's name actually says it sucks. In the dystopian world of Robocop, where corporations rule and crime runs rampant, there's one vehicle that perfectly embodies everything wrong with that future Detroit. The 6000 SUX. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a luxury sedan that gets 8.2 miles per gallon, has mirrors that fall off during chase scenes, and somehow became a cult classic among car enthusiasts and movie fans alike. Today we're counting down 20 weird facts about Clarence's 2043 OCP 6000 SUX from Robocop that proves sometimes the worst cars make the best movie props. So buckle up, because this ride through automotive satire is about to get weird. Number 20. The name is an intentional insult. Let's start with the most obvious yet brilliant detail about this car. The name 6000 SUX isn't just a bad naming decision, it's intentionally ironic. SUX literally means sucks, so the car's name reads as 6000 SUX. Think about that for a second. Someone in the Robocop universe approved a luxury car model that tells customers it's terrible right on the badge. The marketing department either had the best sense of humor in automotive history, or the worst judgment ever. And here's the kicker. People in the movie actually buy these things. They drive around in cars that literally announce they suck. It's like wearing a shirt that says I make bad decisions, except it costs tens of thousands of dollars and gets terrible gas mileage. The filmmakers weren't being subtle about their satire here. They wanted you to know immediately that this car represented everything wrong with corporate excess and consumer stupidity. Number 19, 8.2 miles per gallon of pure inefficiency. In an era when even 1980s cars were starting to think about fuel efficiency, the 6000 SUX proudly advertised 8.2 miles per gallon. Not as a flaw, as a feature. This wasn't hidden in the fine print or discovered during testing. The movie shows this number right in the fake commercial. They're bragging about it, 8.2 miles per gallon, in a future where resources are supposedly scarce and Detroit is falling apart. It's like advertising a boat with built-in holes. The car basically drinks gasoline like a fraternity brother at spring break. You'd need to stop for gas every 100 miles. Your fuel bill would be higher than your mortgage payment. And remember, this is supposed to be the future where technology should have improved. Instead, they went backwards, way backwards. The 6000 SUX makes a Hummer look like a Prius. Number 18. Built on a 1977 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Here's where movie magic meets junkyard reality. The futuristic 6000 SUX that's supposed to be from 2043. It's actually built on a 1977 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme chassis. The production team took a car that was already a decade old when they filmed Robocop and dressed it up to look like the future, but not a good future. A terrible future where car design went horribly wrong. They added fiberglass body panels, weird air intakes, and chrome everywhere. But underneath all that flash, it's still running on 40-year-old technology by the movie's timeline. The irony is perfect. A car marketed as cutting-edge luxury in 2043 is actually using mechanical parts from the disco era. It's like selling a smartphone that runs on vacuum tubes. The Cutlass Supreme wasn't even a particularly special car to begin with. It was just a standard American sedan that the filmmakers transformed into a monument to bad taste. Number 17. The fake commercial features a roaring dinosaur. The 6000 SUX gets its own commercial within the movie, and it's absolutely insane. The ad features an actual roaring dinosaur, not a subtle dinosaur, not a metaphorical dinosaur, a full-on prehistoric beast roaring at the camera. The tagline, "Big is back because bigger is better." The commercial literally compares the car to an extinct species known for being too large to survive. Talk about missing the point. Or maybe that was the point. The dinosaur symbolizes everything about the 6000 SUX. It's huge, inefficient, outdated, and heading for extinction. But they're selling it as a positive, like saying our car is as practical as a meteor strike. The voiceover proudly declares it an American tradition while the dinosaur roars. Because nothing says American tradition like comparing your product to something that went extinct 65 million years ago. The whole commercial is maybe 30 seconds long, but it tells you everything about this dystopian future's values. Number 16. Triple exhaust system for maximum obnoxiousness. Most cars have one exhaust pipe. Sports cars might have two. The 6000 SUX, it has 3 exhaust pipes mounted in the rear center. 3. because when you're getting 8.2 miles per gallon, you need extra pipes to expel all those emissions. The triple exhaust isn't there for performance. The car still uses the original Cutlass engine. It's purely for show, like wearing 3 watches on one arm. It serves no practical purpose except to announce that subtlety is dead. The center-mounted position makes it even more ridiculous. Usually exhausts are tucked to the side or hidden under the bumper, not on the 6000 SUX. Those 3 pipes are front and center, proudly polluting the air behind you. It's almost aggressive in its wastefulness. Every time someone starts this car, it's like firing 3 smoke signals that spell out, "I have more money than sense." Number 15. Clarence's gang uses it as their crime mobile. In Robocop, the 6000 SUX isn't driven by corporate executives or suburban families. It's the official vehicle of Clarence Boddicker's gang of murderous criminals. These are the bad guys who literally blow up cop cars and laugh about it. And their ride of choice? The luxury sedan that sucks. There's something perfect about violent criminals choosing the worst car possible. It fits their character perfectly. They're excessive, wasteful, and make terrible decisions. Just like buying a 6000 SUX. The gang treats these cars as disposable too. They blow them up, crash them, abandon them. Because when your car literally has SUX in the name, why would you take care of it? The fact that criminals can afford these supposedly luxury vehicles says something about the economy in future Detroit. Either crime pays really well, or these cars are actually terrible investments that depreciate faster than ice cream in the sun. Number 14. Reclining leather seats in a death trap. When asked what kind of car he wants, one character specifically requests something with reclining leather seats that goes really fast and gets really terrible gas mileage. The answer? The 6000 SUX, because apparently, in 2043, those are the 3 main criteria for luxury. Not safety, not reliability, not even basic functionality, just leather seats that recline, speed, and awful fuel economy. The reclining leather seats become even more ironic when you realize the car explodes. If you look at it wrong, you're literally reclining into danger. It's like putting a massage chair in a minefield. Sure, you're comfortable, but you're also one pothole away from becoming a statistic. The leather probably costs more than the actual safety features, if there even are any safety features, which, judging by how easily these cars explode in the movie, seems doubtful. Number 13. The Cobra assault cannon scene. One of the most memorable 6000 SUX moments involves someone pulling a Cobra assault cannon from the trunk and using it to blow up another 6000 SUX. The car doesn't just get damaged, it completely explodes. From one shot, this isn't normal car vulnerability, this is video game levels of fragility. The scene plays it completely straight too. Nobody comments on how easily the car exploded. It's just accepted that 6000 SUXs are basically bombs on wheels. The fact that criminals keep military-grade weapons in the trunk says something too. Either the trunk is surprisingly spacious, or the car attracts the kind of owners who need assault cannons for their daily commute. The destroyed car probably had an owner still making payments on it. Imagine explaining that to your insurance company. Sorry, my luxury sedan got hit by a cannon in a mall parking lot. Number 12. A grotesque exaggeration of 70s American luxury. The 6000 SUX doesn't predict the future of car design. It exaggerates the worst of past design. It takes every bad idea from 1970s, American luxury sedans, and cranks them up to 11. The huge size, the chrome everywhere, the complete disregard for efficiency. It's like someone looked at the worst cars of the Malaise era and said, let's make them worse. The car represents a future where nobody learned from past mistakes, where bigger really is considered better, even when it's obviously worse. It's a 4-wheeled monument to American excess that somehow got worse over time. In real life, cars were getting more efficient and better designed by 1987, but in Robocop's 2043, they've gone backwards. They've taken the worst aspects of 70s design and made them worse. The 6000 SUX is what happens when nostalgia meets incompetence. Number 11. Mocking the real Pontiac 6000. Here's a detail that's easy to miss. The 6000 SUX name is a direct parody of a real car, the Pontiac 6000, which was an actual model being sold when Robocop was filmed. The Pontiac 6000 was a typical 80s family sedan. Not particularly good, not particularly bad, just mediocre. So the filmmakers took that mediocrity and asked, what if we made it actively terrible? The joke works on multiple levels. First, it's mocking a real car that audiences would recognize. Second, it's suggesting that in the future, car names get even stupider. Third, it's literally adding SUX to an existing model name. Pontiac probably wasn't thrilled about the parody, but then again, the real 6000 wasn't exactly flying off dealer lots either. The 6000 SUX just took the real car's problems and made them selling points. Number 10. Style over substance design philosophy. Even though the 6000 SUX looks flashy with its fiberglass body panels and custom work, the interior and engine remain completely stock from the old Cutlass. It's all show, no go. The car is basically wearing a tuxedo over pajamas. The exterior screams luxury and excess, but pop the hood and you're looking at decade-old technology. The interior still has the original Cutlass dashboard, steering wheel, and controls. They didn't even bother updating the radio. You're driving a 2043 luxury car with 1977 technology. It's like buying a mansion and finding out all the rooms are actually cardboard boxes. The contrast between exterior flash and interior trash perfectly captures the movie's critique of surface-level luxury. People buy the 6000 SUX for how it looks, not how it works, which, considering how it works, is probably for the best. Number 9. Mirrors that fall off during chase scenes. During one chase scene, a mirror literally falls off the 6000 SUX. Not from impact, not from a collision, it just falls off. From normal driving. Well, normal for a chase scene. This wasn't a special effects accident either. It was intentionally cheap construction for comedic effect. Imagine paying luxury car prices for a vehicle whose parts fall off during regular use. It's like buying a Rolex that loses its hands when you check at the time. The mirror falling off becomes a perfect metaphor for the car itself. Everything about the 6000 SUX is barely holding together. It's all facade with no foundation. The criminals driving it don't even react to losing the mirror. They're probably used to it. Parts falling off the 6000 SUX is just part of the ownership experience, like changing oil or filling up every 50 miles. Number 8. An American tradition of failure. The 6000 SUX tagline. An American tradition is loaded with irony. In a world where Detroit is literally falling apart and American industry has collapsed, this terrible car represents tradition. But what tradition? The tradition of making bad cars, the tradition of ignoring efficiency, the tradition of style over substance, all of the above apparently. The tagline suggests that making terrible decisions is somehow patriotic. That waste and excess are American values worth preserving. Even as the city crumbles around them, they're still making and selling these automotive disasters. It's like celebrating a tradition of failure. The car becomes a symbol of everything wrong with American industrial decline. Yet, it's marketed as something to be proud of. The 2043 setting makes it even more tragic. They've had decades to fix these problems, and instead, they've made them worse. Number 7. Fan communities set the year at 2043. While the film never explicitly states what year it takes place, fan communities and prop evidence point to 2043. That's 56 years after the movie was made. The filmmakers imagined what cars would look like in half a century and came up with something worse than what existed in 1987. Think about that timeline. In 56 years, car technology somehow went backwards. While real cars were getting computers and fuel injection, the 6000 SUX proudly runs on 70s technology with 80s excess. The 2043 date appears on various props and promotional materials. It's far enough in the future to be science fiction, but close enough to be a warning. The 6000 SUX isn't just a bad car, it's a bad car from a future that learned nothing. By 2043, we should have flying cars. Instead, Robocop gives us cars that barely run on the ground. Number 6. Licensed models and toys now exist. Here's where fiction becomes reality in the weirdest way. You can now buy officially licensed 6000 SUX models and toy sets. Companies like Blue Bricks make detailed replicas of the worst car in cinema. People actually pay money to own miniature versions of a car that literally has SUX in its name. The models are surprisingly detailed too. They include the triple exhausts, the ridiculous body styling, even the fragile mirrors. It's like merchandising failure. The toy versions probably run better than the fictional car they're based on. Collectors seek these out. They display them proudly. There are forums dedicated to discussing 6000 SUX models. The car that was designed to be terrible has become a beloved piece of pop culture. The irony would probably delight the filmmakers. They created a car so memorably bad that people want to own replicas of it 35 years later. Number 5. 2 fully operational cars were built. The production team didn't just mock up one 6000 SUX for the film. They built 2 fully operational vehicles plus parts of a third for the explosion scenes. These aren't just shells or props, they're actual driving cars. Terrible driving cars, but driving nonetheless. Building multiple versions shows the commitment to the bit. They needed backups because, true to the car's reputation, they kept breaking down. The 2 complete cars are now among the rarest movie props in existence. Occasionally one surfaces at an auction or in a collection. Imagine owning an actual 6000 SUX. You'd have the worst car ever made, but also one of the coolest pieces of movie history. The third partial car was specifically built to be destroyed, because when your car's name includes SUX, you know it's going to explode at some point. Number 4. Blaupunkt radio in a dystopian nightmare. Among the luxury features touted for the 6000 SUX is a Blaupunkt radio. In the 1980s, Blaupunkt was considered premium audio. So naturally, the 6000 SUX has one. Because nothing says dystopian future like listening to high-quality audio while your car gets 8.2 miles per gallon. The radio is probably worth more than the engine. It's like putting a silk bow tie on a garbage bag. Sure, it's fancy, but it's still trash. The Blaupunkt radio becomes another layer of the satire. They've prioritized entertainment over basic functionality. You can listen to crystal clear music while your car falls apart around you. The radio probably works better than anything else in the car. Because in 2043, they've mastered audio technology, but somehow forgotten how to make efficient engines. Number 3, still got the factory sticker. On it, in fan communities, there's a running joke about the 6000 SUX still having its factory sticker. Because of course it does. It's the kind of detail that makes the car even more ridiculous. Criminals driving around in luxury cars with the price tag still attached, like they're either showing off or planning to return it. The factory sticker becomes a symbol of the car's disposable nature. Why remove it when the car might explode tomorrow? The sticker probably lists all the features. 8.2 miles per gallon. Check. Mirrors that fall off. Check. Explodes when shot. Check. It's truth in advertising at its finest. The sticker might be the only honest thing about the car. While the commercials promise luxury and tradition, the sticker probably lists all the ways it will disappoint you. Number 2. Design inspiration from European luxury cars. Visually, the 6000 SUX draws inspiration from European models like the Rover SD1 and Citroën CX. But it takes that European sophistication and gives it an aggressively American interpretation. It's like someone described European luxury cars over a bad phone connection, and this is what came out. The sleek lines of the Rover become bloated excess. The innovative design of the Citroën becomes gaudy decoration. It's cultural appropriation at its worst. They've taken everything elegant about European design and made it loud, wasteful, and obnoxious. The 6000 SUX is what happens when you try to copy homework but don't understand the assignment. The European influence makes the failure even more pronounced. They had good examples to follow. They just chose to ignore everything that made those examples good. Instead, they created a Frankenstein's monster of automotive design that insults both American and European car traditions. Number 1, the perfect symbol of corporate dystopia. The 6000 SUX isn't just a bad car, it's the perfect symbol of everything wrong with Robocop's dystopian future. In a world where the police are privatized, corporations rule everything, and crime is rampant, of course the luxury car would be terrible. It represents a society that's forgotten what quality means. Where marketing trumps merit, where bigger is always considered better, even when it's obviously worse. The car exists in a world where OCP, the Omni Consumer Products Corporation, controls everything. And this is what they produce. A car that literally tells you it sucks. The 6000 SUX becomes a character in itself. It represents the villains who drive it, the society that created it, and the future nobody wants. Every time it appears on screen, it reminds you that this is a world where everything has gone wrong, even especially the cars. In the end, the 6000 SUX achieved immortality by being memorably terrible. It's a masterpiece of satire, a brilliant piece of production design, and the worst car in cinema history. And there you have it. That's 20 weird facts about Clarence's 2043 OCP 6000 SUX from Robocop. A car so terrible it literally has SUX in the name, yet somehow became one of the most memorable vehicles in movie history. Did any of these facts surprise you? Have you ever wanted to own a car that gets 8.2 miles per gallon just for the irony? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into dystopian automotive disasters, Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more weird facts about movie props, retro futurism, and the strangest vehicles ever put on film. Thanks for watching, and remember, bigger isn't always better, especially when it comes to cars from the future.